This video is brought to you by America First Insight. Help support the growing conservative movement by becoming a member today. And if you want to support this channel, you can also use the code REAL when becoming a member. Thank you and enjoy the video. So as most of you probably know, President Trump met with House Republicans earlier today to discuss his big beautiful bill, which for those that are wondering what this is basically Trump's entire agenda for 2025 and for basically his entire term. Okay, this is basically everything he wants to pass right now. This is everything put into one bill. And President Trump had to meet House Republicans today because, well, for those that don't know, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding the bill. Republicans are not voting in favor of it. They're saying, no, we can't support it. They're pushing against it. It's becoming a mess. It's becoming a complete joke. It got so bad that President Trump had to go to them in person and talk to them because, for whatever reason, the morons in the House GOP have no clue what they're doing. Like, seriously, you guys have the majority. I know it's a small one, but you were given a mandate, what, 7 months ago? Yeah, it's been 7 months, and you were given a mandate from the American people to fix the country, to work with Trump and work together to get something done, to fix the country. But for whatever reason, they can't do it. It's so bad that Trump has to go in person to talk to them, because they refuse to work together, and the only time they sometimes maybe pay attention or work together is if Trump is physically there, which that's a big problem, that we need Trump in every single thing to get anything done. But that's the state of the GOP. We are still way behind on many issues, but the point is, it does seem like this was a pretty big event, and it seems like we're finally starting to get some movement on this bill, which is pathetic because this should have been dealt with like 2 months ago. This should have been done back in March or maybe April. But no, it's the middle of May, and they're finally starting to work on it for real this time. But the point is, Trump talked to them, and there's really two main issues that the more conservative Republicans have with the bill. And that's Medicaid / Medicare. And there's one other issue we'll get to in a second. But this is kind of the main issue that a bunch of these Freedom Caucus types have a problem with. Because the bill doesn't gut Medicare completely. It doesn't. Which, to this day, I don't get these people. They want to win elections. They want to get their policy through. Yet, they are focused on the dumbest things possible. Like, I'm not against the idea of reforming Medicaid and Medicare. Even President Trump, he said, hey, I'm not against it. I am not against the idea of reforming Medicaid. But when he says reform, he's not talking about gutting it and cutting it by 500% like the Freedom Caucus wants to do. No, President Trump is saying, hey, there's a bunch of illegals in the system right now. They're on Medicaid right now. They should be completely off of it. They got to be deported. They should be off the system. And that's real, by the way. That's a real thing where a bunch of illegals, they're on Medicaid. So instead of focusing on that, which could save us a bunch of money, these morons are really focused on getting rid of it completely when they don't got the political capital to do so. I mean, these morons have learned nothing. And Trump called them out. Again, he's not against the idea of some kind of reform, some kind of work requirement. The majority of people aren't. But what they're pushing is for getting rid of it completely. There's no Medicaid, no Medicare, which is political suicide. I really thought these morons would have realized this. Just say reform it, not get rid of it. But the sad part is, people like Thomas Massie, they won't give you an inch on this issue. Stuff like this, or really anything, they will never compromise. Even Trump is calling out Thomas Massie. He's saying, he basically said he's a loser, and he should be primaried out. That's what he said in the meeting. He said, yeah, Thomas Massie, you're in the room. Maybe you should be primaried out. Which, listen, I'm not against Massie for some of the stuff he does, but at some point, you got to get rid of the guy. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. What has he done in the course of a couple of years? Nothing. He has done nothing but grandstand and do whatever he's done. So that's kind of the first major issue. Thomas Massie's a no matter what, but I do think the rest of the Freedom Caucus, eventually they're going to work out a deal with Mike Johnson to get this done, which is a good thing. I mean, just work with him. Just say you want an extension to the work requirement, and that's that. So hopefully that issue is dealt with. I mean, guys, if they vote against this because they did not gut Medicaid, these people deserve to lose. But I don't think they will. Yeah, Thomas Massie will vote no part what. But the vast majority of them will say, okay, fine, we'll vote yes. And they know that if they don't vote yes, Trump is going after them. He's already going after Massie, and he's not pissing around. He's saying, okay, if you're not going to work with us, okay, you're gone. And he can do that because guess what? It's Trump. He has the influence. But at least I kind of understand where these people are coming from. We have a debt crisis. We got to worry about this. And I understand you got to reform the system. Just the way they're doing it's dumb. But I would argue that this is not even the dumbest thing about this whole situation. The dumbest part is what Michael Lawler and New York Republicans are trying to pull, which is related to SALT, which is a state and local tax deduction. And for those that don't know what this is, it's basically a deduction for states that have insane taxes, like New York or Connecticut. These states that have these insane tax codes basically gives these people a deduction. And it's a scam. I don't like it whatsoever. I think it's stupid because the people that benefit from this the most are rich people. The average person sees none of this. But for whatever reason, people like Michael Lawler make such a big deal about it that he may sink the bill because of this one part, I should say. Which, listen, I understand that it's a big issue in New York or New Jersey, but if you're gonna sink this bill because of SALT, you deserve to lose. I mean, I don't get the strategy, and the worst part is, it's not like Mike Johnson's trying to get rid of it completely. No, in fact, he offered them a very generous deal, I think of $40,000, which is a pretty big increase. It's like, wait, you're opposing that? You're going to oppose this bill because it's not increasing SALT enough? This is stupid. This whole game that people like Michael Lawler are playing, it's dumb. It's a waste of time. And you wonder why nothing has gotten done. Because of crap like this. They can't agree on anything. So instead of trying to compromise and work together and figure out something, they play this game of, no, I get everything I want and you get nothing. It's dumb. This strategy doesn't work. And you wonder why Trump right now has passed nothing notable. I guess there's some things here and there that he has passed, but I'm talking about some major policy. All right, I'm talking about something related to immigration, just something. But these morons have passed nothing. They have done nothing as of now. But it does seem like the tides are finally starting to change and some things are starting to happen. And it seems like we're finally getting some stuff done. Again, I think Trump pressuring the House to actually do something will help him big time. I mean, this is the main reason we got nothing done. These morons have done nothing. They're just sitting around, throwing a hissy fit at each other, and that's that. But it does seem like we're finally getting some stuff done. As a little while ago, no tax on tips passed in the Senate. Yeah, no tax on tips has finally passed, and it was a unanimous vote, 100-0. It was a unanimous vote. So it seems like, despite everything going on, we're finally getting to the point of, okay, stuff is starting to pass. Republicans are finally realizing, oh, wait a minute, the midterms on our couple is what, like 16 months away? Maybe we should pass stuff now instead of waiting until the last second and screwing us over. Because if you wait till the last second, you're going to get nothing passed, and Trump is going to primary challenge a lot of people. So at the bare minimum, this might have been a wake-up call. What happened today when Trump said, hey, Thomas Massie, you're gone. And he got into an exchange with Michael Lawler saying, I know more about your district, and if you lose because of SALT, that's not why you lost. I mean, he went after them today. He had enough, which he's not wrong. Everything he said today was 100% true. And he started getting mad. I know he's pretending that, oh, everything's fine. But he was swearing. He was telling people to get their act together, and he's threatening primary challenges. He's had enough. He's had enough of these morons doing the same thing over and over again. And hopefully the passage of the No Tax on Tips Act, which I think was Ted Cruz's bill, hopefully with this passing, this finally gets this Congress to do something, especially the House. At least the Senate, they confirmed all of Trump's picks. The House, meanwhile, they passed like 2 pieces of legislation that really didn't do anything notable. So I'm hoping this is the start of something happening, them realizing that, oh, wait, President Trump is getting kind of mad. He wants us to pass stuff. He's signed all these executive orders, and people are mad at us for not codifying Doge stuff. Yeah, it's as if we voted for you to codify this stuff. We voted for you to work with Trump, not pull this crap of not doing anything for years and then down the line do something, maybe it's a half-assed thing. No, we voted for significant change. We gave you the mandate. And hopefully, they're starting to realize, hopefully Mike Johnson is getting off his ass and for once doing just anything. Speaker Johnson has to do something because a lot of people are getting sick of him. They're saying, this guy's done nothing. He's passed nothing of note. He's supposed to lead the House majority through these times to get something accomplished. Again, I understand that there are some negotiations going on. There's some people that are actually negotiating in good faith. I get that. But there's some people like Thomas Massie, they're trying to blow up everything because they hate Orange Man so much that they would rather see the world burn than accomplish anything. Even though, funny enough, this is a golden opportunity for someone like Thomas Massie because you could theoretically get stuff passed that you want. Right? Maybe not everything, but you want some cuts somewhere? Work out a deal. Just say, hey, I want to cut this by like 10% or whatever. That's all you have to do. But no, he wants everything 100% his way. He's gung-ho about it. If it's not his way, sorry, can't vote for it. No, we won't. Same with Michael Lawler, but at least Lawler's kind of working with him, the SALT stuff. It seems like they're getting closer to a deal. So, with everything going on, it's progress. That's really the only thing I can say about this. It is progress. We are treading towards the right direction. Hopefully we get something passed. It sounds like Mike Johnson's telling them that they're going to stay there until they get something done, which, about damn time. But the fact that they're fighting this much about this, and they need Trump over there to do anything, it shows everyone why the Republican Party, they're pathetic without Trump. They're worthless. They can't do anything without him. Without him, they would not have a majority right now. And Trump is way more popular than any of these people. I mean, seriously, Trump's favorability right now is like 50-50. His approval's 50-50. The Republican Party right now is what? 40% of that? Maybe 42% if they're lucky? Yeah, it's better than Democrats, but they're so far below water that no one likes them. People don't like them because of crap like this. They never do anything right. But who knows? Maybe they're changing. Maybe this was a wake-up call that they desperately needed because they need something. They need something to wake them up. And hopefully Trump's saying, hey, Thomas Massie, get out of here. Hopefully him saying that is enough for them to realize, okay, this is dumb. Let's work out a deal on SALT. Let's work out a deal on Medicaid and Medicare because if you don't get this passed, you're going to lose 2026. And that's a part about all this that frustrates me the most. You don't pass this big, beautiful bill, this is going to cost you the midterms. You're going to lose. No one's going to vote for you. They may not vote Democrat. They may not vote at all. Which, if that happens, you're not going to win. You're going to get absolutely crushed. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.